Hi guys, this is Uma from React to the K and welcome to my SHINee Good Evening music video reaction. I apologize for the weird setup, and if I fall down, I am balancing on a bunch of books and I have my camera set up on a chair and I'm using a weird lamp that I've never met before, so the lighting may be a little bit yellow. I'm excited for the music video. It looks totally out, and SHINee's been super experimental with their music in the past. I've actually already listened to the rest of the album. For the B-side songs, Undercover was my absolute favorite. It was just, what? You know, plot twist after plot twist musically. Let's go. Good Evening. Bop or ballad? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, wow. Baby voice synth and really cool chords. I am digging this verse. Oh, he's sitting on the piano. Okay. Is there an octave below? Okay, that's a really cool sound, whatever they did to his voice. I think it sounded like they had a track of him singing normally and then they... get off the piano! And then they layered it with a totally 100% edited vocal line. Box! Oh, I like how they're singing in unison. This is the pre-chorus, right? I have a feeling the baby voice synth will come back for the chorus. No, please. Okay, yeah, we're building, so that's pre-chorus. Oh my god, what? Okay. The music video sent me into a panic for a little bit, so I had blinked out. Yeah, I love the variation between the verse and the chorus, because they thin everything out for the verse, and that's how you create a really good build-up to the chorus, is because you use different sounds and thinner textures. I'm always so hypnotized whenever I hear Taemin's voice. And Onu's voice is just iconic. Ooh, that synth. It kind of like panned to the left as it went. Whoa. Oh, no. Usually whenever a song uses that specific percussion sample, it just doubles in speed until leading up to a drop. But now they're still the pre-chorus, right? And now we're leading up. Call and answer between the background vocals and the main singers. Or that might have been just unison. It might have been SHINee singing unison with the solo voice and the unison SHINee. I think the bass is doing something really cool. I can like hear the attacks and it's moving around a lot, but I can't hear it very well. Oh, there we go. When I press into my headphones, I can hear it much better. Oh yeah, it is doing something cool. And we got the wub wub. Wow. This song, similar to some of the B-side songs in this album, this had an experimental and SHINee feeling while still staying quite safe melody-wise. I think it's the sounds of the instrumentals and switching between unison singing and also SHINee's vocals that made it sound that way. I'm gonna give that a second listen because this song deserves it and I can gather my thoughts for you guys. Alright, as you can see, my background has completely changed and so has my attire, meaning this is more than just 2 listens later. This is about 20 listens later and a pad of paper full of notes later. So I decided that I should probably just try to let this song sink in a little bit more and wait until they release the live stage choreography before I went through the review section of my video. So to start off this review section, I'm just gonna go through the form of the song since it's a little bit unique. First, the song starts with the instrumental baby voice, and so I'm just calling that the intro. Then we've got verse 1, and basically I see this verse as, I'm so confused how to call this form, so I'm still trying to figure things out while I'm talking to you guys on camera. So I see this as just one verse, but basically this one melody, first sung by Taemin and then sung by Minho, I believe, repeats twice, so I see that as one part. Minho. And then when they switch to falsetto, I can see this either as the pre-chorus actually, or second part of the verse, because it repeats every single time the actual chorus comes back. So I can see it as a pre-chorus, but it also could just be part 2 of the verse. So we've got 2 phrases in the pre-chorus. And then I actually see this as a chorus. It would make sense if it was the pre-chorus, like I said in my reaction part, because it does build up to the drop. But since this also repeats every single time the drop part comes back, I can also see it as a chorus, especially since the drop part of the chorus just takes some of the melody from this part. So I can see it as like a 2-part chorus. You guys comment in the comment section, do you see this as the pre-chorus? Do you see that last bit as the pre-chorus? What do you guys think? Because the definition of a pre-chorus is to lead up to the chorus, lead up to a drop. So it makes sense if it's a pre-chorus, but it has similar melody to the actual drop part. And pre-choruses and choruses are supposed to be different melodically. See, I see that as taking from the first part of the chorus. So this is part 2 of chorus. So chorus. Verse 2. And then this is, I call it verse 2 with new melodic material because that second phrase introduces a new melody that it didn't have before. And then pre-chorus, or verse 2, part 2. And then you think it's gonna go into the chorus, but bridge! Totally new melodic material. They keep some of the same synth sounds in the background, but it's totally new vocal melody. Oh, and I love that synth. That rap. So bridge part 2. And then I see this as the chorus. Usually bridges substitute the pre-chorus and go straight into the chorus. So this is the second reason why I think this is the chorus and not the pre-chorus, is because the bridge goes straight to the chorus in typical pop form. drop, aka chorus part 2. And then we can stop here. Basically, the last chorus like has multiple repeats and you could call it an outro at the end, but I just say it ends on the chorus because they just elongated the very last chorus to be an outro. So yeah, okay, form done. Okay, next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the dancing because this is, after watching the like camera that didn't move of one of the live stages, I was like, wow, I got goosebumps and I started tearing up because it was really beautiful and I looked at the lyrics, they were just, you know, typical love song lyrics, but I felt like there was so much more going on in the music video and the dance. I felt like they were telling a story that wasn't told through the lyrics. And with the dancing, it felt like at the beginning of the song, they, you know, they moved slowly. Like when the chorus hit, you expect them to go crazy, but no, they just did that sinking down thing in their chair. And then at times they do it like na na na, or like during the verse they went like the da 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 da, but it was like not really going crazy fun dance moves. It was like not, it felt constricted almost, you know, like there are times when like the members like look at each other or like have their hand on their shoulder. It was just like they're helping each other through some hard time or something. But then when the last chorus comes back, they just go crazy with the choreography and I think it's really beautiful. I'm getting emotional. So yeah, I really liked how they had this very weird but also amazing music video and choreography to this song, and I think it helps the melody a lot because there isn't a ton of variation in this song, like melody instrumental wise, even though there is like thinner texture versus thicker texture chorus. That's where you can like tell it between the different parts of the song, but I wouldn't say it varies instrumentally as much, but through the choreography and the music video it does. And quickly, speaking of the music video, 1 minute and 11 seconds into the song, there is a conductor behind Onu. I'm not sure who the conductor is. It's really hard to tell because you can't see the hair. The hair would help me try to figure out who it is. The conductor might be Chelly Badaki because the jawline kind of looks similar. So if any of you are like 100% certain you know what conductor that is, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'll try not to make this too long, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the rhythms and the bass line and the instrumentals because it's so fun trying to pick out like all the different layers and all the different synths happening in the verse versus the chorus and stuff. Okay, so now that we're talking effects, after a few listens and after trying to find the instrumental version online, it turns out they layer the main vocal track with the baby voice synth and sometimes an octave below. So it's really cool effects, and it isn't just Onu's vocals that are layered, it's everyone else too. So they had an effective octave below the melody, then they had the, you know, the main vocal melody, and then they had the baby synth an octave up, and that created the really weird static-y almost vocal line. Okay, now let's talk synths. Okay, so we have this syncopated bass line that goes through most, or actually all of the song. Just when the vocals come in right here, this synth changes textures. Before it was kind of raspy, and now it's much more smooth, and we have this quiet synth going on in the background. Even at that one section when Taemin started singing, it was a pretty smooth, like bass drummy type of sample, and now we've got that hi-hatty percussion sample, and then the pitch down drums transitioning to the chorus. And then we've got this synth playing an octave above the unison melody right here. Hear that? And then right here is kind of like a call answer between the single voice and the unison. Instrumentals, and we've got this woo 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 synth that's new. So that's the only part with actual harmonies. We have the main vocal melody, and then Taemin sings an upper harmony. I think it's thirds or something. I don't have a piano. But yeah, the rest of the song, it just trades off between octaves. So someone singing a melody line up here, and then another one singing just the register the octave below, but sing the exact melody, and then we've got a lot of unison, so everyone's just singing the same thing, and then that's the only part with harmonies. Oh, and I love the synth that went ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. And there's the octave below Taemin, and we've got da-da-da-da. I love how they transition from section to section, whether they, like the first time when they went to the chorus, they had the pew 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 percussion sample, and or they just like throw in a few synths to like, I like that one, to like fade into the next section, and they threw in some bells at times. And now this like, this part, it's total new instrumentation. It got rid of most of the, sorry, I like this part. It does speed up, that percussion sample does speed up a tiny bit. It goes da 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 da, and then it goes to the next section. Anyways, at that section, it was just this really big bass synth and then some high-pitched samples, but they got rid of the rest of the tinny sounds for Minho's. And Key, I believe, raps in that section too. Voices to yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of sounds going on and such a relaxing yet almost powerful track of music. And I looked online and there were like 6 or more composers who worked on this. So I believe SM really wanted to give SHINee a fantastic comeback. Alright, thanks for watching my reaction review. I will see you guys later. Bye.